Capricorn, your weekly love tarot reading begins with a Queen of Wands. Your person comes in, you see your person as the devil. Hang on. Capricorn, your weekly love tarot reading begins with the Queen of Wands. You see your person as devil energy, the relationship as a Two of Wands, and your possible action or outcome is Lovers. Your person is coming in with the Eight of Pentacles. They see you as a Seven of Swords. Uh-oh. The relationship is World energy, and possible outcome here or action is Fool energy. At the bottom of the deck, we have 10 of Pentacles, so a lot of wealth and status. No, I want to say legacy, nobility. It feels like you're dealing with either you or your person or both of you may be extremely well off just in general, right? Of course, you may have worked for it, but it seems as though definitely coming from affluence, and somehow this is factoring in to this reading. So let's get right into it, Capricorn. How do you and your person come in this week? Well, you're coming in with that Queen of Wands and they're coming in with an Eight of Pentacles. So you are being unapologetic, doing what you need to do. Capricorn, you're coming in with a real fiery spirit. You have an objective in mind and you're going to go for it. Queen of Wands energy. You are very experienced in achieving, your goals. Right? You may also be called upon for your advice. Your person coming in with that Eight of Pentacles, a lot of work. They're putting their nose to the grindstone. Also feel like that's very associated to that 10 of Pentacles. But Capricorn, your person, it feels like they are heavily focused on a creative endeavor that also is part of their livelihood. Right? So let's begin to get your clarifiers. That Queen of Wands, man, that's Sagittarius energy. It's very bold, very broad, very open-minded, just unwilling to compromise. Four of Pentacles flipped. So yeah, you may be bringing all of that, all of those skills and attributes, Page of Pentacles flipped, to a situation to do with your money or your livelihood that needs attention, right? Four of Pentacles, you may be having to shore up your stability, your foundation. You may be having to shore up your cash flow. There's something new that you're about to embark in. Page of Pentacles indicates like the first steps in a new kind of project or, venture, right? But just the very beginning baby steps. And so there's a sense here of you really having to lean into this Queen of Wands energy, this experience that you have, because you're in a tricky situation. You're starting something new right now. You're also trying to maintain. This feels like it's separate from your person, and yet it factors into this connection. Ace of Wands and a Two of Swords, right? So also a new passion, I want to say focus, passion, desire coming in for your person strongly, but a choice also, a decision here, right? There's something they're having to work with this week that is, they're having to decide, do I go this way? Do I go that way? They have this passion that they're trying to complete, this focus. And so it's interesting, the two of you coming in with these energies, but here we go. We're going to go further because this is how you see each other. You see them as devil energy and they see you as Seven of Swords. Now, here's where it starts to get a little bit deep because devil is associated with a high degree of creativity, which your person seems to have here. They're highly creative with that Ace of Wands, but it can also indicate devil, sort of this dark side of the devil, which is addiction, a slave mentality, like just working away for selfish reasons, right? Putting all your energy into things that only make you feel good, not really thinking of the consequences. It's dark energy, right? And you see this. It's interesting that perhaps you see both sides here with your person. You can see that they are constantly walking that fine line. You may be dealing with someone who is like, a highly creative artist, but who is also like a functioning alcoholic, or an undercover drug addict, or, has some kind of addiction or some kind of predilection that is self-destructive, and it goes hand in hand with their creativity. Now, your person sees you as Seven of Swords. This is a treacherous, sneaky energy. Like, you don't trust this, right? People who see you as Seven of Swords are not going to trust you. So let me get clarity on that Seven of Swords first of all, because I'm not entirely sure why they see you like that. They may see that you're going through that, or that is happening to you. So give me a deeper insight, Spirit, on okay. Oh, right. Damn. Okay. Yeah, as I look ahead, there's good energy here, but you know what? It feels here like listen, um, give me a minute here. So it feels like here when they see you, they see the Seven of Swords, because I think to a certain degree they are mirroring. This is a case of projection here, Capricorn. I feel like when they see you, all they can see is their own treachery, because they have Five of Cups here and Three of Swords. This person hurt you. They engaged in some kind of betrayal, right? They engaged in some kind of betrayal, and I think this is one of the reasons why you see them as devil energy, because whatever they betrayed you with, I think it has something to do with their addiction or their shadow or their toxic side or whatever their problem or hang up is. This was part and parcel of whatever activity or whatever they did to hurt you. And so they feel bad about it. Five of Cups, they feel very bad about it. Five of Cups, they miss you. They realize they spilt a lot of blood. I mean, look at this. This is a lot of pain. They know they lied. They know they betrayed you. They miss you. This person may indeed have drug issues, and you have had to deal with them over and over. And so when they see you, all they can see is just the treachery that they visited on you. Normally, this energy here is it's basically what the person feels when they see you. So when you see them, what do you feel? You're feeling devil energy coming at you. What do they see? When they see you, they feel treacherous energy. They feel deceit. And I think that's because that's what you remind them of, all of deceit and the betrayal. Chariot energy flipped over and Page of Cups flipped over for you. Betrayal that they visited on you. And so with that devil energy, Chariot is there and Page of Cups is there. For you, I'm not sure. Listen, Capricorn, for you, you are busy, with something. You're busy right now. And I think that, like I said, all of this that you're going through right now really is nothing to do. Sometimes I do these readings, and the energy each person comes in with has very much to do with the relationship and the connection, right? But here, this is you on your own, solitary, in a very solitary way, dealing with all of these issues in your job and your work, right? Your person also, but here, this choice coming in, it feels like they went ahead with some kind of rash plan or they kind of got, I don't know. I think of moth energy. They saw something that was really exciting. They got distracted, and they did some stuff that really hurt you and hurt this connection. The choices they made choices. They made or are making, whether you've gone through this recently with them, or you're going through it right now, or it's coming in. This is the energy, right? But the choice, it's down to their choice that they've ended up here like this. So how do you both, listen, Chariot and Page of Cups, for you, listen, the fish jumped out the cup. It's gotten away, right? Something here happened where it was like, okay, there just wasn't enough there built in. There wasn't enough invested in yet to survive this, I feel like. And it's like the moment is passing. How do you both see the relationship? For you, you look at this relationship, you see Two of Wands moving on. moving on by yourself, I feel like, like very warlike energy, Mars and Aries energy, wanting to move on to new territory and see the rest of the world. I just feel like this is kind of like fizzling out on your end, Capricorn. I feel like you resonate with such strong, mature, confident energy. You're about your business. And this person here just, yeah, they're an artist and they're working away, and they may have a highly creative side, which is what got you hooked and got you interested. But you're the boss, right, Capricorn? You're the one who's the boss at this physical world. And you see the shadow in this person. And I just don't think you want to take them with you on this journey. For them, they have world energy. This is a cycle of completion for them, and they're finding themselves at the end point of something. The world generally will indicate also a feeling of destiny and fate. Now, a lot of times world energy comes in a very positive scenario, but here it just feels like your person is ending up exactly where they belong. Like they've done this to themselves, sort of scenario, right? They are where they're supposed to be. There is a sense of fatedness, but it may not necessarily be in a great place because they do have a lot of pain here and regret, a lot of regret. They have a lot of shit they have to work on, a lot of shadow work they have to do. And so they are exactly where they need to be, but they're at a place, I feel like there's a completion coming here with you, but there's a beginning coming in their world, in their life. And that beginning is the beginning of a long road of shadow work, a long road of putting some effort in and sorting themselves out, dealing with whatever addiction they have or whatever self-destructive behavior. Strength is going to need to come in for sure. 6 of Wands and King of Pentacles. Well, they may have someone in their life who's a benefactor who comes in. 6 of Wands comes in. There is a victory here. I want to say they won a victory. They certainly won a victory. A lot of people are paying attention to them. But again, you may be dealing with somebody who gets saved a lot. I do feel a very entitled, spoiled energy here. King of Pentacles. I do feel like, unfortunately, yeah, they feel bad. They hurt you, but you're dealing with somebody. And this is what I was talking about earlier. That 10 of Pentacles, affluence, money. Having money, coming from money. Somehow I felt that this would affect this connection and this reading. And here it comes right out. This person is someone who can indulge in their vices and in their time to put into their art and put all that effort in, maybe not even make any money, but put the effort in. They have the money for that. They can do that. They have somebody in their corner. King of Pentacles, they have somebody in their life who writes the check when they need to. And so they always come out on top. They always come out looking shiny. They always come out 6 of Wands with a victory. They always come out I would say the World Cup. I'm so sorry. The World Energy card is coming out for them because ultimately with all of this affluence and financial support that they have here, it's like they never really kind of have to face up to anything. They don't really have any difficult periods. Here, yes, there's some pain that comes in because of the way they've hurt you. But ultimately, I don't see a whole lot of, you know what I mean? They're just not being held responsible for a lot of things. They're able to make whatever decisions they want to make. Yeah, they're given responsibility, but they're not held responsible, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so somebody definitely comes in for them. And so, yeah, why do they feel like they're on top of the world? And why does this relationship? They also have a sense here, I feel like, because of their entitlement and their money and their affluence and their support that they get from whomever, they don't ever feel like the consequences are real. And so while you're looking away and into the future, right, and you're beginning to sort of be like, things are fizzling out for you, you're making your plans, they still see that you are part of their world. They still see that this relationship should be part of their life, right? They still kind of have an entitled, possessive kind of idea about this connection that, yeah, it's still meant to be and it's still going to happen. And, you know, so what? I heard Capricorn. It's going to happen anyway. Knight of Pentacles for you, Six of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. But you give it up. You lay it down. You're done with sort of carrying. You know, I think to a certain degree, you may not be as well off as this person. I think maybe you've carried a lot emotionally, spiritually, burdens, responsibilities. You know, you've carried a lot between the two of you here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long this connection has been going on. I don't feel a sense of it being short or long. I just feel that it's a karmic connection where you're both really learning a lesson here. And for you, Capricorn, as always, a lot of pentacles showing up, and your desire to be in a harmonious, balanced sort of life where you have what you need, not too much, but not too little. And the things that you're trying to achieve are very important to you. And you're just not willing to put up, I think, here with all of this, right? Ten of Wands, you've begun to sort of lay it down a little bit and say, you know what, this isn't my dealing with this person on this level and dealing with all of their demons all the time is not my responsibility. They have a support structure. Let their people take care of them because I just can't do it anymore. And especially when they hurt you and it almost seems as though they don't care. There isn't much of an apology. They do feel bad, but there isn't a feeling of remorse coming in here at all. Right? How do you both possible actions, Lovers and Fool? This is interesting. Lovers comes in. It could indicate that you just decide to be open towards a love connection. You're not being jaded. You're not getting shut down. But something else, there's a glimmer of something else coming in for you. And for them, Full energy, a whole new adventure. They start all over again. Like I said, you know, you're dealing with somebody who's very, very spoiled, entitled. You know what I mean? They are, you know, they can just start over. They just keep starting over, you know. This Fool energy is very much about, you know, their ability to just, okay, well, no big deal, no harm, no foul. Let me just move on to the next thing. You know, that's what I feel here, honestly. And so I am going to do an extended reading on this. I think what I am going to be looking at, though, in the extended reading, I think I'm going to be still looking at a bit more of this energy here. This Two of Wands for you and this Ten of Wands and World energy for them, in terms of what is it exactly that you're laying down, what is it exactly that you're learning, and what's moving you forward from this connection. And in turn, how is this really truly affecting your person? Because they're showing up in this reading for a reason. And I do feel like they have really whereas they may not have in the past felt guilty, this time for some reason they are feeling guilty. So we're going to be looking at some of that in the extended reading. Go ahead and check the link at the top of the description for that. Let's go ahead and pull out your zodiac runes to see what kind of signs you might be dealing with. We have a Leo. Okay, Leo energy. I'm going to actually put them right there in amongst the reading for this one. I'm going to pick two more actually. Dealing with an Aries, more fire. Sorry about that siren in the background. It's just like, I'm on the East Coast in the city, so, you know. Capricorn energy, some of you dealing with yourselves. Another Capricorn. All right, so Leo, Aries, and another Capricorn. Let's go ahead and look at your oracle cards and see. Interesting read, you know. You're dealing, you know, there's not a whole lot of love here, but there's a lot of hurt feelings. And that Lover's energy, it's like they don't want to know. They don't know if they want to keep blaring the siren or not. Yeah, it's like the only love energy here is that lovers, and I just don't feel like that has anything to do with this person. This feels so strongly like somebody else coming in. Maybe I'll look at that as well in the extended reading. This lover's energy, like what does that all really mean? Like is there another love coming in for you? So we're gonna take a look at that as well. But let's get your oracles out. We have Spirit of the Child, that's your person, Spirit of the Past, and Spirit of Hecate. So yes. Spirit of the Child, innocent, immature, adventurous. That's your person. This person is very much a child, never had to really grow up or take responsibility for anything. Spirit of nostalgia, spirits of the past, aching old flame. This may indeed have something to do with this lover's energy. There may be an old flame coming in for you just at the moment where you're getting done with this sort of like pretty immature energy here. Spirit of Hecate, goddess of the night, crossroads, and ghosts coming in. Take that as it applies to you and how it resonates. Let's go ahead and get your animal spirits out. This is some of you Capricorns are really dealing with a spoiled brat here who just gets away with whatever they want to get away with. And I just think you decide to be done with it. Spirit of the Mouse, Spirit of Tarantula. So more crossroads energy. The mouse is earth energy and the tarantula is fire. So the mouse gets really caught up in the details, right? Running around here and there, getting things done, and can really work itself down, wear itself down, work itself out, and gets quite confused because in amongst all these little details and tasks, the mouse is the quintessential animal spirit for missing the big picture. Tarantula is fire energy. The tarantula is associated with the crossroads and difficult decisions, right, in our lives. A time where, we are going to make, the next decision that we make is going to change our lives. It's going to set us on an entirely different course. And so tarantula energy reminds us to be methodical, to be patient, to be thoughtful, to be intentional, to really think about the decisions that we make because they have real consequences on the trajectory of our lives, or the trajectory of our path that we walk, and the opportunities that we're able to call in and the opportunities that we're able to take advantage of. All right, guys, this is it. Go ahead and join me in the extended reading. A link is in the description. But for right now, Capricorn Crosswatchers, thank you so much for joining me this week for your weekly love tarot reading. This is Bow and Arrow Tarot. I wish you all love, life, and happiness, and I hope to see you right back here next week for your next week's weekly love tarot reading. Bye-bye now.